Hi third graders, so today we're going to be, happy Tuesday, today we're going to be just going over introduction of poetry because tomorrow we're going to be practicing reading poetry and answering questions about it. So it's going to be kind of what we did a few weeks ago where we introduced it, and then, so it'll be a shorter video because tomorrow will be a longer work day for reading. So now, what are poems? Well, poems are a piece of literature that has a rhythm. It often rhymes or repeats, and it expresses a feeling or idea. So let's practice reading a poem now. This is called The Start of a Swim. Mindy's standing on the side, waiting to jump in. She dips a toe, her eyes go wide. It's like ice on her skin. Will it be a sudden slap? To jump in head to toe? Mindy grabs her swimming cap. There's just one way to know. Mindy dives hands first, feet last. The cold is sharp and strong. After a moment, the shock has passed. The swim's like a bath before long. So poems can sometimes be tricky because poems don't always directly state what the author is trying to tell you. So when we read our fiction and nonfiction books, usually the author tells us exactly what we need to know to answer questions. But for poetry, sometimes they just give us clues and we have to make an educated guess. Sometimes we need to look more closely at the details found in the text. Keywords and events in a poem can help you understand what the poem is about. Sometimes details about a poem's characters or events are missing. And when this happens, you may need to make guesses about what happens and why. So that's when we're going to take the poem, take certain things, and make our own educated guess about what it is about. At other times, a poem might describe the details in an unusual way. When this happens, you may need to think about what else the words could mean. So in the title of the poem that we just read, The Start of a Swim, Mindy says the water is like ice on her skin. So in other words, she wonders what will it feel like to jump into the water that is so cold. So she's not just saying, oh, the water is really cold. She's phrasing it saying it feels like ice on her skin. At the end of the poem, Mindy finally dives into the cold water, and together these clues help us figure out that Mindy decides to dive into a cold swimming pool. But in the poem, they never tell us that, so we have to make our own educated guesses about what the author said. So today we're just going to go over just one question on Edmodo, but tomorrow we will practice reading poetry and using the poem to figure out what it is about. Even if the author doesn't tell us directly, we're going to make our own educated guesses. All right, so I will see you tomorrow. Happy Tuesday and have a good day. Bye, third grade.